there, and welcome to A Merry Space with Nissi. I'm your host, Bernice Lowflowers. Have you noticed that when women become a certain age, their conversations or stories change to distinct topics? Well, we all know that communication is important because it shapes our everyday lives, especially when it is fueled by those who came before us. Those individuals may have left a few clues or hints to help us find answers. However, they didn't say much or maybe said nothing at all about how to navigate some of life's transformations or challenges we are likely or could experience as women, especially the painful ones, or how to handle one of life's changing situation in particular, which is menopause. There once was a time when women did not talk openly about the change of life. Not so these days, because in recent years, more women have been talking openly and sharing their experiences candidly about the issue of menopause, which some refer to as the internal furnace or midlife crisis. Let me say this, I'm not a doctor or medical professional. However, I decided to talk on this topic because menopause seems to be a hot topic these days and women aren't embarrassed to speak on the subject. Think back for a moment. Have you wondered why some mothers were hesitant to share menopause knowledge with their daughters? Some women say their mothers and grandmothers did not have those conversations with them, and the most common reasons are embarrassment, shame around the topic, and lack of communication, or just didn't know how to bring up the subject or where to begin. Today, I find that women no longer feel guilty or embarrassed speaking about perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause candidly. They feel comfortable, prepared for that stage of life, and are willing to share their knowledge, similarities, and experiences with others. Decades ago, mothers and grandmothers did not discuss or have conversations with their daughters about perimenopause and menopause, so women knew little about their mother's experiences, how she coped, and sometimes wished they knew. If you were fortunate to have those menopausal conversations with your mom, I say, lucky you. While menopause doesn't happen overnight, the transition could take several years or more to kick in. So pay attention to how you're feeling and then take note of any physical changes, though symptoms can vary from one person to another. One day you wake up and could find yourself a different person, which makes you think you're losing your mind or suffering from some undiagnosed condition, which makes you want to know that what in the world is going on. Then, if you're lucky, you might not have any of those symptoms at all. While I believe women have made progress talking about the change openly, it's difficult not to internalize or ponder over the situation. Like it or not, menopause is part of a woman's normal life. All of us women will go through menopause should they live long enough. It typically happens at midlife and is an indicator, of getting older, though many women experience the change younger, naturally, or medically after surgical removal of their ovaries. The midlife crisis or menopause is unavoidable. But it doesn't have to be the nightmare it's made out to be. Some mothers have a natural instinct to keep this menopause thing private from their child or children because she wants to protect them. Protect them from what? Embarrassment? I don't know. Let me tell you, kids today are savvy enough to spot when something happening, or they simply know that their mom is not her normal self, especially if the kids are teenagers or older. They sense what's happening. They notice that their mom's lifestyle has changed somewhat. She doesn't go with the same flow, doing things the same way, or her daily existence has been affected negatively. They watch their mom gradually become an emotional roller coaster. She's cranky, moody, forgetful, fuzzy thinking takes over. She fans constantly and profusely because sudden sensations of warmth kicks in. She breaks out into cold sweats, so she carries around a face towel to wipe drips of sweat, which are all physical changes and menopausal signals. Also, when we think kids don't know what's going on, they do, since they're likely to see their mom carrying around her handy, lightweight, portable cooling fan that becomes her best friend because she has moments of hot flashes that are humorously referred to as personal or private summers. So moms, get with the program and have conversations with your daughters about this midlife crisis and what they can expect. If you have sons, depending on their ages and if they are prepared to listen, you can mention menopause when having conversations with them about puberty. Use simple, age-appropriate language, especially if they are too young to understand. And don't exclude discussing the menopause journey with your spouse or life partner, since it's a normal and healthy part of aging. If you are on the dating scene, you may want to hold off or avoid bringing up change of life issues or talk about night sweats, how menopause is ruining your life or affecting you in any way. A smart move is to keep those topics off limits when getting to know your dating partner, because you just don't know really how things will evolve. Don't be tight-lipped. Get to chatting. Never be too shy or procrastinate talking about menopause and symptoms with younger women. Raise awareness. If you haven't done so already, start having discussions with your own family members about menopause and how it affects women. Our young women need to learn early about perimenopause and menopause so they will know what to expect and how to cope, so they wouldn't be too stressed out with their bodies or when their bodies begin to make natural transition. Let them know that menopause is a hormone deficiency and all women will go through this natural process when they reach a certain age because their estrogen and progesterone hormones seem to decline. If you notice that your hormones are scurrying about, hinting, "Hey you, I'm here," it could be a sign that the big M is about to kick in. So rather than create a wall of silence around this midlife crisis, bite the bullet and get together with friends, colleagues, women who are experiencing similar symptoms, those who are in full menopause or enjoying post-menopause zest, and share those experiences so you can gain support. Also, it's good to seek medical advice and treatments from doctors, certified menopause practitioners, or other medical professionals because they understand and can recommend the best treatments to help you get through the changes you are experiencing. Don't worry too much. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, because once you're over the change of life, that period, you'll find relief. You can forget about sleepless nights and insomnia because it's over. Yes, it's gone. No more night sweats. You'll have more energy. You'll seem more relaxed, less irritable to others. Folks might even enjoy being around in your company again. So go with the flow and be patient with you. Once more, it's rather important for our family to know about our menopause journey. Don't stress yourself too much about bringing up the conversation. Whenever you do, keep the chit-chat light and add some humor while you're talking about it. Here are a few takeaways to consider. Be mindful that before you reach that threshold, which is menopause, it wouldn't hurt to talk openly about your symptoms, which could help you accept this new phase you're going through. Have conversations with your girlfriends. bring up menopause, your hot flashes, the night sweats and topics, because talking about it is really important, and the more it is discussed, the more it will help you and other women get through this phase of their life. It should not be a taboo. And remember, it's definitely okay to chat with your husband or male companion about menopause, because they need to know and understand the changes you're experiencing, why and how to support your symptoms like anxiety, forgetfulness, mood swings, insomnia, and so on. Okay, remember that. You may know or have heard that there are 3 types of menopause. First, you'll experience the perimenopause, which starts mid to late 40s, usually lasts for 4 to 10 years before your period ends. And you should, and as you slowly become depleted of estrogen, you can expect to experience hot flashes, sleeping problems, etc., and so on. Then menopause, the 12-month anniversary of your last period, mood swings, including range, hot flashes, joint pain, hair loss, itching, insomnia, night sweats, brain fog, weight gain, and more, will kick in. Then it's followed by your postmenopause. That's when all the symptoms that drove you crazy eventually subsides. After you've gone through these stages, you will have many stories of these depressing situations and all the symptoms you've experienced and misunderstandings about the symptoms, menopause transition to share with others. Keep in mind that getting older has many positives, including years of experience, wisdom, and stories to share. So encourage yourself and embrace the end of your reproductive years. Many women say they feel better than ever after the change or midlife crisis because they are enjoying life to the fullest. Aging gets better with time. So the saying must be true, life gets better later. So take a hint, go celebrate, hang out with your friends, have fun, and find something to laugh at often. Remember that life is a journey, and menopause is just another step on the path. That's it for now, and thank you for listening to A Merry Space with Nisee. Until next time, be safe and healthy.